Wait, save. Where's your checkpoint?
Where's the save at?
Let's go to the basement.
He is moving.
Humans experience a ton of emotions. For instance, I felt sad when the Minecraft movie came out and was straight up awful. Or when I saw the ending of Infinity War. I swear I was in that theater like I just saw Earth blow up itself. With all these emotions, one of the most prominent emotions a person can feel is fear. Whether that be a fear of the dark, a fear of spiders, or the fear of the combo you're gonna catch when you come home with a bad report card. What I'm trying to say is we all feel fear. And for me personally, one of the scariest feelings is the sense of dread when playing a horror game. Now, even though I have the build of Kratos and the strength of 1,000 bears, I get scared easily. Like, really easily. So a horror game to me is the equivalent of an intruder in your house who is also P. Diddy on the hunt for a new target. Even though this is the case, the horror genre is still one of my favorite genres in gaming. And after playing one of the most terrifying games I have ever experienced, I sat down and I thought about the scariest games I have come to play. This video is basically a list of horror games I would never play again due to the sheer anxiety they give me. So the very first game I'm going to list off is one of the most popular horror games to have ever existed. Outlast 2 capitalized on the fear of being chased, with 70% of the game just being running away from violent hillbillies, hoping one of them doesn't catch you. Now, while the fear factor is all there, story ain't make a lick of sense to me. I played through the entire game with a friend, and we were both confused on that wacky sack ending. Like, at the end, your wife gets folded, and you save your newborn kid just for the sun to blow up. Now, apparently that wasn't the sun just randomly exploding. It was actually just some random nuke, because the setting takes place next to a bombing site. When I first found that out, I was just like, okay, how though? And the worst part is, I still don't even know if that even would happen at the end. Getting back to the fear factor of the game, that was the most stressful thing I've ever played through. Especially that old witch lady that had the strength of Thor. Oh man, and the chase scenes were having me panic like they were actually up in my house. One of the scariest parts of that game for me though was 100% the school parts. Getting to those parts and then getting chased by a tongue monster who was Millie rocking too was... Oh man, I quit the game like 10 times. Game is an easy 8 out of 10 for me, but I'll never play that game again. The next game I'm going to mention was one I ain't even beat, specifically because it plays on my #1 worst fear, spiders. It's spiders. Huntsman is a game I cannot play by myself, and I refuse to even beat it if I'm not accompanied by 20 bodyguards who are all bodybuilders who got the strength of Goku. Whoever made this game gotta worship like demons or something, because you can't be a normal human being when you're making games like this. This guy just wants to see the world burn, dude. This game is basically about a company, I guess, who, for whatever reason, decided it was a good idea to make a human-sized huntsman spider. The whole point of the game is surviving the spider and collecting ingredients to poison the air to kill the spider. Now, if I didn't already make it known why this game scares me, well, it's a big ass spot. Now, I'm gonna give this game a 1 out of 10 for even existing, but in reality, it's a 9 out of 10 in the fear factor. So, back in the early 2010s, zombie games were like extremely popular. And the game I'm about to mention is kind of nostalgic for me because it's a game I played all the time as a kid. Dead Island Reptide. Even though this wasn't really supposed to be a horror game, and it scared the dookie out of me. It wasn't really the zombies that scared me. It was more so the concept of the virus that scared me so bad. So in the game, a group of survivors who are immune from the virus basically is trying to find a cure for the virus. Now, if you played the Dead Island games before, you know what the problem is. See, the virus, if you're alive, is already in you. It just doesn't take effect until you either get bodied or live long enough to eventually turn anyways. Bro, when I found this out, I was spooked. They had me thinking that me, myself, in the real world was infected with this virus. Game itself is a 9 out of 10. However, the fear factor was more so me being paranoid. So I give that a 6 out of 10. Now, this whole time, I've been giving a list of good games that makes me scream like a wimp. Now, let me tell you guys the dumbest game that scared the crap out of me. A few months ago, me and a friend of mine got bored, so we went looking for horror games. That's when I found it. Freaking minion horror. I'm so angry about how scary this game was. Putting aside the fact that the game is completely unbeatable, what are you talking about? It actually made us take a break because of how crazy this game is. Like, look at me freaking out over a noise.
I hear something. I hear somebody. I hear somebody. I hear somebody.
No, 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 hell no, 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 take that.
Do that.
Take that, go. Doors on my left, none.
What is that?
May Jehovah and Jesus and the Holy Spirit be within us.
You see that? Those are the sounds of men. My final message. I'm a bit.
It's cold outside, inside, I got the heat.